Morning guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys have enjoyed all the silage content the last couple of weeks. That's all in the pit now, nice and sheeted down and hopefully fermenting. We're going on with the T2 today, spraying on the wheat. So we're just here filling up the sprayer. These are the sprays we're using. So we got some Diadem, some Libro, and also some Mag, which is in the bags, which is powder, which is, it's alright, it's actually very soluble, so it mixes in really easy. But we're going to do one big mix and one small mix, because we can't do it all in one tank. So just waiting for this plunger here to get down near the bottom. It means it will be full with about 3,200 litres of water, and we'll go off and apply that to the wheat. So I hope you guys enjoyed the drone footage for the silaging. It's the first time I've really used the drone, so I'm not an expert in flying it at all. So thank you to whoever it was that told me to put it on cinematic mode for when you're flying it. That made a lot of difference, made it a lot easier for me to fly it. But might try and get it up here later on when we're spraying, but I haven't got the beauty of auto steer for spraying, because obviously we're just running down tram lines, so we'll see what happens. Right guys, so we just pulled into the first field here. So before we unfold, I'm just setting up the tank mix here on the monitor. So all it is you enter each product individually and the rate that you're spraying it at, and then puts it on this list here. And then as we go along the fields, once we spray them, it gives you an exact amount that you've sprayed of each product per field. So we've got Diadem, because we've used that before. We haven't used Libro before, so I have to add that. So you go all products, there's a fungicide, and then you say add product. You put a Libro. Okay. And then product rate, you change it here to litres, because we're putting on litres a hectare. And this one's not very strong at all, so it's 0.243. Press OK. And then the other thing we're putting on is the Mag. So you go add product. In here, we've used fielder magnesium before, that's slightly different. So we go all products, and we'll call it a fertilizer. Add product, and it's called Nova Mag. And then S, because it's got sulfur as well. Okay. And then this one, because it's a bagged product, it's in kilos, so for kilograms a hectare, and 4.86 is the rate. It's okay. And then water, which is our carrier, again change that to litres, and we're spraying at 200 litres a hectare. So press OK. So that's all set up now as our tank mix. So we press OK, and then we go along. This is our spray page. Right, we're trundling along. We've been around the headland once. We're in probably the poorest part of the field here. The other side, all the heads have come up, and actually the top half of this field that we're about to come into have as well. So it will soon be time for T3. It's the first week of June at the minute, if anyone's wondering. This video will be a couple of weeks behind when I've actually done it, just in case anyone's panicking that I'm late with T2. We probably are a bit late. For the majority, it's all doing very well. I had a couple of nozzles flip round when I started, so I had to go and correct those. But when spraying's going alright, it's a pretty decent job. I do quite enjoy it. Right, so we've just finished this field. Just folded up and come up to the top corner here. But there's a patch here that I just want to show you. Look at that. That is one 6-metre section of the boom. That's incredible, isn't it? The minute amount of chemical that we put on the field for herbicide to kill things like this. So I don't know what you're talking, like 3/4 of a litre per hectare. So this field is 6 hectares. So what's that? 4.5 litres of chemical on this entire field to control stuff like this. So you see there, you can see the line where the section, whether it just blocked or whether it turned itself off or it didn't come into work properly. So this will be about the headland line here. So whether it didn't come into work straight away, but the rest of them obviously have, so don't quite know what's happened there. Anyway, this is some of the poorer parts of the field where the heads are all there coming up through, and then you can see across the field as it gets a slightly lighter tinge of green, it's doing a lot better. But I've just walked up a couple of the rows here and you can see I'm a tall chap, it's up to my thighs, so hopefully we'll get a good crop. There'll be a crop of straw here anyway, but whether we decide to harvest the straw or not, I don't think we've really decided yet. But I found one wet spot where there must be a broken drain, just on one side of the tractor and sprayer here. I've got Gus shut in the cab because I don't really want him running around in stuff that I've sprayed. So we'll move on to the next one. Right guys, field number 2. This field's a bit more even than the last one. It's not as far on as the one we just did. The one we just did, I think all the patches that are slightly dry now that dry out first are further on, and everything that held water over winter is lagging behind a bit. This field's proper wavy. So one minute the booms are touching the top of the crop, the next minute they're 6 feet in the air, which isn't ideal. We haven't got auto boom level on this thing. Craig's still down at Dutchy with the forager today, so anyone at Dutchy College, hope you've had a good time seeing the forager working. I think some of you may even had a chance to have a go on it. There's another patch up ahead here where we've lifted the sprayer over a field instrument before and the booms have stopped because your speed's dropped. And there's just a line of grass. See exactly where it is. Now the crop's taller, we can just go over it without having to stop. So today's a pretty good spray day. It's pretty still, overcast, not stupidly warm. The sun hasn't really broken through yet today. Yesterday it was like 22 degrees in blaring sun, no cloud, quite hot, and you run the risk of scorching the plants if you spray in that sort of weather. So left it till today. Another field done. So now I've finished the field, if I go on to my work totals page, it tells me how much of each product I've used. So we've used a litre of Libro, 21 kilos of the mag, 870 litres in total, and 4 litres of Diadem. So what I do is I make a note of all of that. That goes on my spray record, and it just means that if anyone wants the information of what the wheat's had, it's got a really accurate note there. Right guys, so I thought I'd put the drone up in this field just because it's fairly small and I haven't got to worry about flying it. It can just follow us from the same spot. So just put the power shaft going, get up a few revs. And we're spraying. So as I said before, I spray at quite a low speed, spray at about 7-ish K, which will be slow for anyone else that does spraying, but like I've said before, because I'm new to it, I just like going a bit steady. So I don't do very much of it, and I'm, as I said, new to it. So we're tickling along. Hopefully the drone will look over us fine. I'm just going past some white boxes. You might be able to see them. They're part of a gas collecting trial on the field, but they're fine to spray over. So this is our smallest field of wheat. It's called Longlands East. I think it is just under a hectare. So it doesn't take us very long to spray it. It's got a telegraph pole in it as well, which is quite annoying. I'm just going to back into the corner here. So we just about get up to that pole, fold that boom around a bit, keep going, folding back out. It's annoying having one telegraph pole in a field.
Scars. I'll brush you off just like the dust upon my shoulder. I have a hunch of who you are. Believe it or not, I got the strength to blow you over. I'm a hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way. Hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way. I'm a hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way. Hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way.
We're now on day 2 of spraying the wheat. We actually went down to Dutchley yesterday afternoon to pick up Craig because he'd finished with the forager and he had a forager and a vehicle to get himself there each day down there. So me and the doc went down in the truck and he escorted Craig back to the dual carriageway on the lanes and I picked up the truck that Craig was using. So we got him home. So if you hadn't already noticed, I've had my barnet chopped. Thank you to Marie, my neighbour, for doing that. She's cut my hair for 20 years and she's quite conveniently moved in next door to us, so or up the road I should say from us, which is ideal. So I haven't even got to go to the hairdressers anymore. But we just finished spraying the wheat. I'm just going to go have a bit of lunch and then I'm going to go and spray some grass ground for an experiment for someone. I think that's with a bit of herbicide. It's not very much, it's only a hectare or so. So we'll do that, and then I think I'm going to wash the tractor afterwards if I've got time, because it is rather grubby, and I found a couple of little wet holes whilst doing my spraying. Just currently waiting for the clean water tank to fill. I need to figure out a better way of doing it. I need an IBC on stilts or something, because at the minute we've just got to shove a hose into the quick coupler fitting that you have for a spray pipe, and half of it sprays back out because it doesn't really fit. So I either need to put a quick coupler on the end of a normal hose pipe, or have a water tank that's high enough to gravity feed, because you can't suck into the clean water tank. He's nearly full, so perhaps when we get a wet day that'll be a job for me to do. We'll find a way of making a gravity fed water storage tank or something. So we've just been over and sprayed the grass plots, ready for a new experiment to start. You can see over here, I don't know whether the camera picked it up, there's some darker spots. That's where they've had slurry and digestate applied, and then they measure the gas that comes off. And then this is the bit that we've sprayed here. They're going to do the same thing, but they just wanted the weeds taken care of first. So you see all the buttercups, and there's some docks around as well, and other bits. So we've done all that. I'm going to take this back now and unhook it. Might give the tractor a quick swill off as well. It's sort of 10 to 4 now, so we've got a bit of time, we can do that. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video, I think, guys. So we'll go back and do that in a minute. Well, I was going to park my sprayer up, but that white van is in the spot that it lives in, so can't do that. So I'll take it down the bottom and deal with it tomorrow, because that is the easier thing to do. So guys, I'm just going to take my paperwork inside and then I'm done. Gus is having a run. Thank you guys for watching. As always, please feel free to follow me on any of my socials. They'll be at the bottom of the screen. I can't ever remember what order they're in. They're Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, they're all there anyway. And go and follow me on there. Leave me a comment. I'll try and get back to you. And if you want any JM Farming merch, I've got hoodies, beanies, and I should have caps at the time of this coming out as well. Then send me a message on any of those socials, and I'll sort you out. But for now, from me and Gus, hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you on the next video very soon. Cheerio.